Hello, my friend, and welcome to Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. April Fool's Day. Also, the 13-year anniversary of posting my first daily vlog. Obviously, I recorded it on the 31st, posted it on April 1st, because at the time I was thinking like posting the vlog was more important than recording the vlog. So I recorded it the day before on the 31st. Hindsight, definitely should have just recorded April 1st. April 1st would have been, because then the day I'm recording this is the anniversary. But now the anniversary was actually yesterday. Anyway, yeah, kind of crazy. I went back, watched a portion of that vlog. Obviously, every year I think I go back and watch a portion of that vlog. It's crazy. You see Bryce right out of the gate. Little man is like 4 years old, going to his t-ball game. Hope I don't lose. Just freaking adorable, man. It's moments like that just make me go, yes, you are smart for recording your entire life, your kids' entire life. I can go back at any time and watch these videos. Oh man. So I'm here at Target checking on an item for a customer, and this has to be the nicest Target I've ever been on in my entire life. Like, it's clean, it's bright, the shelves, even like the entryway, the exchanges in the customer service area, I'm like, what is this? Super Target, oh. The aisles are big and wide. So this is the grocery store side. It's I don't know if they took over the building they took over, or they took over another building and extended it. But it's just way bigger and way nicer than even our Target. And our Target's newer. I mean, we're supposed to be getting a Target in our community. It'd be sick if it was this size. If this is what we're getting, look at the size of this place. And in the middle, there's an Ulta. There's an Ulta beauty store in the middle of it. But it's massive. It's huge. This isn't the biggest Target I've ever seen. Oh. I can't get over that Target. Maybe that was a super Target, even though it didn't say super on the outside. Maybe that was a super Target, and that's what super Targets are like, and I haven't been in a super Target in years. I don't know. But that was so freaking big. The aisles are huge. It was just... And it's not in the best part of town. It's not. It's an older part of town, but that Target was new inside. That must have been completely renovated, and it was just really nice. It was really nice. But apparently the event has been canceled, so at least I feel better that I tried. I did find the product. I got a great price on it. I was ready to go. I confirmed with the customer, and she's like, oh yeah, sorry, we canceled that because you weren't sure you could get all those. And I was like, okay. I mean, you're right. I didn't. I could not tell you, a month ago if I could get 40 hams for under $15, and at that point I couldn't. Up until just last week, I could not find spiral hams for that price, but I did. All right, it's 2:00 on the dot. We're on the road. Apparently, a straight shot on surface roads is faster than going down the freeway, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna take the surface roads. It says that it's gonna take me 50 minutes to get home, which is kind of crazy, but there must be that much traffic right now. So we're gonna listen to a podcast. Theo Vaughn is interviewing Chelsea Handler. Love it. And yeah, we're gonna get home. We're going back to the gym. Today's gym day. I slacked off last week. I only went once, I think. And that was just the makeup day from the day I missed the week before. So we're starting fresh, going to the gym. And then, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to jinx it, but I want to play New World. But we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I gotta see him. I gotta check my steps and see where I'm at on my steps. If I'm close, no big deal. If I'm far away, we'll go for a short walk. But it's super windy outside, which bums me out. It's dusty, it's dry. My nose is stuffy. Yeah. Do you believe in karma? I don't know. I can't say that I 100% believe in karma, but maybe I want to believe. I want to believe that doing the good thing somehow, some way sends ripples, or it's a boomerang, or you know what I'm saying? There's a part of me that wants to Deep down, I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. I want to do good things. I want to be nice to people, right? Like I inherently have this, to a fault, need to help people and do things for people, right? In most situations. Because maybe there's a part of me that's afraid that if karma really is a thing, that if I don't, it's going to bite me in the ass. But I don't really believe that. Because again, I think deep down, I don't believe in karma. But because I'm nice, because I have those inherent feelings to do the right thing, it makes me almost feel better than knowing that there's a possibility. Then there's also the thought of like, well, if it was me, I'd want someone to do that for me. I would want someone to, lend a hand, call it out, let me know. So when I was walking into the gym, this young family was getting out of their minivan. A husband and a wife, and I don't know, a baby and maybe 2 toddlers, a young child and a toddler. Like I don't know exactly how many kids there were, but there were at least 2, a small baby that she's holding, and then at least 1 more kid. Might have been 2, I'm not sure. Anyway, I didn't really pay attention a whole lot walking into the gym, but when I came out of the gym, 45 minutes later, I noticed the side of their van was open. The side door to their minivan was open. And I kind of just look in and I see a bag. Could have been a baby's bag, could have been a purse, I'm not sure. But a bag, of course, a bunch of other things on the floor, shoes, toys, and whatnot. And I just had this, I don't know, this feeling of like, well, I know what this family looks like. I saw them get out of their minivan and they were wearing bathing suits, so I know they're going to the pool. So at that moment, I could have just kept walking, just leave the gym, none of my business. But I have that sense of urge of like, at least letting them know, at least saying, hey, you're the ones in the minivan, right? Your side door's still open, and then I did my I did my good deed for the day. So I walk over to the pool, and sure enough, she's sitting there with the infant, I think maybe putting sunblock on, and the dad's in the water with the other kid or kids. Again, not sure if there was 1 or 2. So I did just that. I said, hey, you're guys in the minivan in the front, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, your side door's still open. I don't know if you knew that or not. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she hollers at her husband, and he's like, oh, crap. And so then I start to walk away. And I'm like, okay, have a nice day. And then I had that thought of like, well, he's in the water with 1 kid, and she's holding the other one, and in her bathing suit and kind of like getting things ready. And I was like, so I turn back around and I go, does it close the key fob and whatnot? She goes, yeah. And she grabbed it, and she was thinking the same thing I was. She's like, she hands it to me over the fence, and I go, I got you. And I walked over, and it never left line of sight. And and of course, it's one of those dual doors, and there's 2 buttons on the remote. I don't know which one's which. So I push the one, and I don't see anything happen. And I go to push the second one, and the door starts to close. But as that door is closing, I can see through the window that the other door had opened. I was like, oh. So I walk a little bit further. Sure enough, the other door is open. I double tap that, it closes. They both close, and I lock it, and I walk back. She's like, oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Have a nice day. And so, like I said, I had that feeling of like, that's the right thing to do. I saw them walking out. Granted, if I had come out of the gym, not seeing that family go in when I was coming in, then I would have just thought, well, maybe someone's loading something, because it's in the first parking spot outside the gym, outside the community center. So for all I know, someone's loading something, right, or unloading something, and I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I would have walked by. I would have kept walking. You know what I'm saying? But because I saw them arrive and get out, that's so I don't know. Like I said, I don't really think karma's real. But I guess deep down there's that possibility that it could be, and so therefore I feel better doing those things that, again, my gut reaction is to do this thing. And so sometimes I think the thought of karma is just that little nudge that I need to actually do it. All right, so if you remember the shopping haul that we did over the weekend, I bought these carb counter tortillas. So they're low carb, high fiber, only 4 net carbs because of the fiber. And Tiffany bought this sliced rotisserie seasoned chicken. And I don't know if I said this to you in the vlog, but one slice of chicken, no, excuse me. Yeah, one slice of chicken has 10 grams of protein. So 2 slices is 20. I ate 4 the other day and it was 40. I was like, it's insane. Like, again, I never really paid attention to macros a whole lot, especially with whole foods. I only pay attention to like labels of like things that have labels, right? Like, protein shakes and, something that you're afraid that's not gonna be good for you. You're like, let me look at this label. Let me see the macros. Versus like something that is healthy for you. Like, I don't care, it's protein. Like meat, right? Like I know it's protein, it's high protein, 0 carbs, 1 gram of carbs, 1 gram of fat, right? But I mean, you think of meat and you're like, it's protein, right? Never pay attention to the actual macros. And I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to start, I feel like I need to start cutting. I need to start paying attention to my calories and really try to cut back on my calories because I'm definitely putting on muscle, but I still got this. It's not much, but for my little frame, it's enough that still makes me, I know, it's dumb, but it's real. And I understand, all different body types, Everyone has different body types, and they all have something that they don't like, right? You could see the most beautiful woman, right, that seemingly looks perfect, and there's gonna be a part of her body that maybe she only sees it when she's naked, right? So unless you ever see her naked, which 99% of the people in the world won't, you would never know what she's self-conscious about, right? For me, it's that, right? I've got a little bit of a pooch below my belly button. Like it's literally just this little patch, right? And let's see if I can show you guys. Just this little patch right here. You can kind of see it, right? Just this little pooch. And then I got 2 little handles right here, right? Now, granted, I am a slim guy, right? Again, I'm slim as far as like my frame. I have small bones. Therefore, I don't carry a lot of weight. I've always been a thin guy. But I will admit, in the last couple of years of me being a full-time streamer, I was doing 0 physical activity. I had lost pretty much all muscle tone. I was skinny, but I was out of shape. I was, dare I say it, is there such thing as morbidly skinny? I don't know if that's a thing. I was unhealthy skinny, right? Even with the little pooch, even with the little fat that I have around my sides. So I'm at the point now where, like I said, I'm putting on the muscle, but I think I need to start cutting, like just watching my calories, right? Keep the protein up, keep my carbs in check, keep my fat in check, keep my calories, right? And do a little cut action. And so that's what gave me this idea about these carb counter tortillas. And in fact, I actually bought some ground beef to kind of copy. He was just eating a bunch of ground beef. It was like his main thing. But he made a comment about I could take these carb cutting tortillas, and I could put some ground beef in there with some ketchup and mustard and mayo and some pickles and make like a cheeseburger wrap. And I was like, that doesn't sound bad, actually. So I think this feta cheese is on its last leg. There's just a smidge of mold starting. So we're gonna toss that, the tzatziki sauce. We got 2 slices of the roasted chicken, which is about 20 grams of protein. And then we got some feta cheese and some tzatziki sauce, which I have no idea. Again, I don't know how much it is. And one of these carb counter tortillas. which is 90 calories, 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of net carbs, 5 grams of protein. And just make a little burrito wrap. Normally I come home from the gym and I do a protein shake, but I knew we had some food, and the protein shakes aren't going anywhere. They don't go bad, at least not in a timely fashion. And Tiff was so worried about this chicken. I was like, I'll help you eat the chicken, don't worry. And then she also pointed out, when she cleaned the refrigerator out on Sunday, she's like, you got this tzatziki sauce, you got this feta cheese, you probably should eat it before it goes bad. Like I said, the feta started getting a little moldy, so it's like, time to go. So one of these, actually, it probably has as much protein as the protein shake. The protein shake is what, 22? Yeah, it's 22 grams. So just the chicken alone is almost the same. The tortilla had 9 grams of protein. Is that what I said? Or 3? I think it was 3. 5. 5 plus 20, yeah. So this actually had more protein than the protein shake. Crazy enough. And then I'm gonna drink one of these. I bought these at Costco. They were doing free samples. It was actually really, really good. He had a comparison sheet between this and AG1. It tastes way better than AG1, and it was way cheaper than AG1. So in my mind, it was like the last day of the sale. Is what he claimed. Most likely, it was probably yesterday at the end of the month, but nevertheless, worth giving it a try. And because I believe in all that foo-foo stuff. Oh, that tastes so much better than AG1. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's still a green, powder. So it has a powder consistency. It's not completely dissolved, especially because it's cold water, right? It's not hot water. But it tastes so much better. Honestly, if I were to blend this with ice, it'd be a green smoothie. It'd be exactly like a green smoothie that I get like a Jamba Juice or, what's the name of that place I go to? Robex. I get the green smoothie all the time, right? Because again, it's like I can get just fruit juice, or I can get a little bit of fruit with a little bit of greens, and I always go with the greens, right? This is way better. So yeah, I actually feel like I need to try this. It's come summertime. This is probably gonna be awesome. Throw this in a blender with some ice and make like a green smoothie. It's wild berry flavored, and it's actually really good. All right, I'm done with the food and drink pony show. So my brother and I were talking about something, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and in the conversation, I don't know, I asked him something about something that he owned, and then he bought one for my dad, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I asked him about it. I said, where'd you get this at? He goes, oh, I get it off their website or whatever. I'm a membership or whatever. He gets discounts and whatever, and he buys them when they're on sale and whatnot. I was like, okay, cool, all right. And that was the end of the conversation. And then about a week later, he pulls his phone out and he shows me a picture and he goes, I ordered you one. And I was like, why? Why? He goes, because I got a discount. I was like, okay. So I walk into work today, and on my desk was this device. It's a flashlight. It's made by Olight. It's called the Baton 4. But check this out. It's super cool. It has so many cool little features. First of all, it's got a dual clip, so it can go on 2 different ways, right? So you can clip it on something. He puts it on his hat all the time, and I'm like, that's genius. Like, you put it on the bill of your hat, and then you have a headlamp, right? I'm saying, the butt is magnetic, so it sticks to any metal surface. Boom. Now you can have a flashlight standing wherever you need it. And probably the best part is it has a magnetic charging cable. So you just plug this in to a USB standard, right? We haven't transferred to USB-C yet. We still have a lot of standard. And it charges just like that. And of course, you got it in green, my favorite color. So just super rad, dude, super rad. And it's like super bright, right? I think that's light. he was kind of showing me the features of it. You hold it down. Yeah, there's 3 different modes. Well, my bad. Damn, that's really bright. Low, medium, high, and then somehow there's a way to. There's a way to make it flash. I gotta look at all the different modes and whatnot, but damn, it's really bright. I'd blind myself. And it comes with this cool little case too, which I don't think I'll ever use this, but it's just kind of cool to have it. So anyway, yeah, I don't know, nice little gift from my brother. I wasn't expecting that. It's kind of like my dad. My dad bought me that big ass water bottle that last summer because I made the comment about how I said my dad said Austin's was really cool. So Austin bought my dad one, and I was like, yeah, it's huge. It's like a full liter, I think, of water. It's pretty big, but I was like, yeah, it's pretty rad. It's nice to have. If you have that much water with you, you just tend to drink it more. And then my dad bought me one, so the same thing, green, that sort of thing. But I don't know, just really nice. Olight Baton 4. My brother carries this with him at all times. He has one of these in his pocket next to his pocket watch. So, thanks, bro. All right, it's 5:22 p.m. Sierra's home, and as soon as she walked in the door, she's like, I talked to Mom. I got out early from babysitting. I'm gonna start working on dinner. I was like, all right.
I'm not sure I understand.
I wasn't talking to you, that's why. So here's what we got going on. Got the Instapot with some ground beef, and we just added some onion powder, garlic powder, and taco seasoning. And next, we're gonna open up some black beans, some corn, some salsa, some green chilies. Got some beef broth, and then we're just gonna layer all of this inside of here, and just boom, boom, boom. Don't stir it. You just layer it. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. Tiffany's always finding new recipes on Pinterest, and I feel like I hear nobody talk about Pinterest. Nobody's talking about Pinterest these days, and yet that's where Tiffany still goes for recipes. So if you ever want to make one of the meals that we make here, 90% of them, I wouldn't say all of them. She definitely finds some stuff on Instagram. But most of the meals that we've made over the years are on Tiffany's Pinterest. So Pinterest.com/Tiffy with 2, Tiffy with 2. And yeah, you'll find her. So if there's recipes on there, they're keepers. So anything we've made and we didn't like, or Tiffany specifically didn't like, she's like, I'm not making that again. It's not. She unpins it. They're not there. So you're looking for a can opener?
Yeah.
It should be right here. So I was chopping up some romaine hearts for our lettuce tonight, and I was getting ready to kind of just toss the ends. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure we have another person in this house that loves this kind of stuff.
I'll be down soon.
I'm here for you. She always gets her dirt all over the food thing.
It's chili. Oh, is this what you feed her?
Yeah, on the plate.
Oh, look at that. All right. Oh, she hears it. She hears it. Can she smell it?
No. She senses us. She's coming up here. But then she'll notice that the food's... See, look. She gets her dirt all over her. I need to give her a soak.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just being Shelly. The lettuce.
She'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, she normally wants to come up. She's going to start climbing up. Your food's down there, girl.
Dinner's ready. Taco.
Freaking good.
Taco Bell. Just love it.
Freaking good.
Freaking good. Good job, Tiff. Good job, Sierra. That's what it looks like. With all the fresh fixings on top.
Heat it up.
Do a vanilla ice cream.
Tiff made dessert. She had this great idea at the grocery store
You
yesterday.
put sugar on that?
Or Sunday.
Like Papa used to do?
Just a little bit. It's dessert.
Yeah. And they look more like juicy, like more glazed.
Yep.
Yep, that's what it is.
Sugar, a little bit of water. Mashed it a little bit with the fork.
Yeah, imagine if you heated them up and then put ice cream on them.
Oh, yeah. Super light. It's kind of crazy, actually, how light it is.
More food?
And the cake.
Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Angel food.
I can say I like this type of dessert any day. I'll take this over the chocolate.
That's actually weird. I'm like, this is not a dessert that I would ever pick. Like, yeah, give me a strawberry shortcake. But it's actually, because of how light it is, I actually really like
That's
it.
why I don't like the super chocolatey stuff like the chocolate fudge cakes. It's just it's always so like rich. I can barely eat 2 bites and then go like I just can't. Whereas
Wow,
something
I like
this
this
is
strawberry
fine.
shortcake a lot.
I've never had that.
So Sierra joined Tiffany and I to watch the next episode of Next Level Chef, and the hosts, right, the celebrity chefs, pro chefs, we want to call them, joined their teams, and they did a 5-course meal, and it was fun. It was actually really fun to watch them like do all the things, do the platform grab and the pressure, and the only thing they didn't do is they didn't do a mid-round drop. Probably because they already had 5 courses, so it was already more difficult as it was. But it was just fun to see them. And then they kind of like, razz each other because they all cooked dessert, right? They cooked the 5th course, and so they're kind of razzing each other. And it was a great episode. I really enjoyed that show, and I'm glad that Tiff and I actually have something we actually can sit down and watch. Anyway, it's about 9 o'clock. I've already imported the first half of the day's footage and barely started editing before it was time for dinner. And then we had dinner and whatnot. So now I'm going to grab these last few clips from dinner, get those imported, and start editing, and hopefully have that done tonight. And I can get it at least encoded, if not encoded and uploaded before I go to bed. And then that way I can kind of sleep in a little bit and just get up, eat breakfast, and go. So that is the plan. I wanted to thank you again for watching. Thank you for your time and your attention. Thank you for great comments. A lot of great, a lot of people coming out of the woodwork for the 13th anniversary of the daily vlog. So I really, really do appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day.